Hi, this is Rekha Kakkar. Welcome to Easy Cooking. We all love biryani, young, old, vegetarians, non-vegetarians. Most of us like biryani. Few weeks ago when I posted the recipe of egg biryani on my Facebook page, many of you requested another recipe of biryani, that was chicken biryani. So when these Le Creuset pans arrived in my kitchen, first thing I thought was dum cooking, because these are very thick cast iron enameled pan. So I thought these are great fit for Indian cooking. Contrary to popular belief that these fancy pans are mostly for continental style of cooking, I find these are great fit for Indian cooking. So let's see how the chicken biryani turns out. Let's get cooking. For making chicken biryani, first of all we need to marinate the chicken pieces. I have taken about 600 grams of chicken and I am going to start marinating it. About a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and tablespoon of lemon juice, salt to taste, about a teaspoon of garam masala powder, a teaspoon of coriander powder, turmeric and red chili powder. We'll just mix everything well and coat the chicken pieces with this marinade. Now I'm going to cook this chicken biryani in Le Creuset pot which Le Creuset has sent to me. I find this is a great fit for Indian food because this is a heavy cast iron enameled pan which provides a superior heat retention. So I think this should be a great pan to cook any dum dish in a healthy way. I'm going to use much less fat than the normal dum biryani. So let's start cooking our chicken biryani. So here I have taken 2 tablespoons of ghee, out of which I am going to save little, which I am going to add towards the end. This will give it a nice nutty aroma of the ghee. Add about a teaspoon of cumin seeds or shahi zeera, mace or zavitri, black cardamom, green cardamom, cloves. Let the spices roast up a bit and add 2 sliced onions. Along with the onion, add about a teaspoon of grated ginger. Combine them well and add 3 medium tomatoes. We are going to cook these tomatoes till they are mushy. And add a teaspoon of turmeric, salt to taste and red chili powder. Just mix it all and let it cook little more. About 5 to 7 minutes of cooking is required to make the tomatoes proper pulpy and mushy. By the time tomatoes are cooking, I have taken long grain basmati rice and I am going to cook it till it is 70% cooked. 60 to 70% is ideal. If you want to see how to cook rice for the biryani, you can check the video in the description box above. Now our rice are cooking and tomatoes are done. I am going to add 1/4 cup of yogurt and we'll cook this yogurt for about 2 minutes. Just take care to keep it stirring because otherwise the yogurt and whey might separate. If you keep it stirring, the consistency will remain uniform. Now the masala for the biryani is cooked. I have taken this marinated chicken which I have been marinating for past 20 minutes. Mix the chicken pieces so that they are well coated with the masala. Chicken is mixed now. I am going to cover it with the heavy lid. The lid is very heavy and fits snugly. That allows no way to escape the steam and food cooks in its own steam, which helps in retaining the flavor and juiciness of the meat or vegetables. We'll allow the chicken to cook for 5 minutes and once again we'll lift the lid and stir it to flip the sides so that meat is cooked from other side as well. We want a little browning of the meat here. The chicken has been cooking from 10 minutes and I am going to make it as the first layer of the biryani. For second layer, I am going to put my rice over here. Rice is 60% cooked. Just cover the chicken layer with cooked rice and spread the rice evenly. All this while the heat is lowest possible. Over this rice layer, I am going to add fresh mint leaves, which gives it a nice flavor, fresh and minty. Chopped coriander leaves. Birista is fried onion, which are going to make it to the topmost layer of the biryani. This gives it a sweetness. This gives sweetness to the biryani and characteristic taste. How to make birista? You can again check the video which I have put in the description box above. So now this is the ghee which I had saved, and I am going to top the biryani with this ghee. Also, I have added few strands of saffron in the warm milk which I have been soaking from past 10 minutes. And now finally I am going to flavor it with saffron milk or kesar milk. Add a generous portion of it. I am adding about 4 tablespoons. And now again we'll put the lid over the pan, and it's on the slowest heat possible. This will help the meat and rice to cook fully and absorb all the beautiful flavors of the biryani. Now our rice have been cooking from past 25 minutes over dum or over slow heat, and now I'm going to check on our biryani if it is done or not. It's perfect. Meat is succulent. It's looking very juicy and cooked properly. The sides are brown bits on it. Side of the chicken have brown bits on it, and now we are going to serve it. Just take a pot with the lid and add all the layers of biryani so that it has got all the trimmings inside it. Whenever you are serving biryani, just take care to take any pot which can be covered with the lid, so that while it reaches to the table, the aroma of biryani remains intact. The aroma of biryani remains intact. Cover it little more birista and it's ready to serve. Cover it with little more birista and coriander and mint leaves, and now it's ready to dig in. Just serve this chicken biryani with a bowl of chilled raita and papad. It tastes like heaven, believe me. So this is how our biryani looks. My son, who has just tasted it, says that this is one of the best he has ever eaten. My experiment with Le Creuset pan will continue, and in the meanwhile, if you like the recipe, please do not forget to comment, like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you with another recipe in the next week. Till then, happy cooking.